What's happening, achievers? Ajit Sidhu here. It's a beautiful day as always. Today I want to talk about kindness. Kindness is such an important thing in this world that we should all try to practice. Something that everyone wants to try to do, but when they see someone who falls over or someone who needs help on the street, people tend to get more reserved. Especially here in the UK, we get reserved slightly and we don't take the steps forward. So what we need to always think of is how can we be kind? How can we serve people? How can we make people laugh? And yes, we might find it tough to actually make people laugh, but we can make people smile by us just smiling. Once we have a smile on our face, we can make others smile. And my nephew came here today to see me whilst I was working today here, and he said he's been enjoying these videos so much. He's been enjoying the stories. So I do want to tell one story in regards to making people laugh and smile. There was once a boy. This boy, it was a young man. He was a young man, and he realized in his life that by making people smile, he builds connection with them. He wanted to make people laugh and smile, but he wasn't too clever, unfortunately. He didn't understand things at school, and he found it a massive struggle. But still, he continued to make people laugh and learn on how to make people laugh through kindness. But unfortunately, he was very poor, and his family were very poor, and they didn't have much at all. Sometimes they didn't even have enough food, and he would go hungry, but he would still make himself feel good by going into his room and smiling at himself through the mirror and laughing at himself and cracking jokes. He could see his father struggling so much. He could see his father trying to get money and get food on the table. He loved his father so much, and he didn't want him to struggle. He wanted him to have a happy life. Unfortunately, it got worse. The father lost his job. When the father lost his job, they couldn't pay for the house they lived in. So they were left homeless on the street. Luckily, they had a car that they would sleep in. They would sleep in the car, but they couldn't wash or bathe. When he went to school, he used to smell a bit, and people used to stand back away from him. But he would make them laugh. He would joke about it. And they went towards him because of his smile and his kindness. Well, he decided that enough was enough in regards to school, and he decided that he would work really hard. And he started working so hard at school that his memory that he had, which was normal in comparison to everyone, expanded so much that he could remember everything he would do and everything he would write about. He was able to make people smile and laugh easily because he could remember every joke. He could remember how to make people smile through kindness. Now, the teachers were shocked with his memory as well. They said, he finishes his work so fast because he remembers everything, but then he disrupts the class by making everyone laugh. He continued to make his friends laugh. But one day, it got really tough. And he hadn't eaten for a while. So he decided to go up into a forest where there was a high up place, a hill. And he climbed up there and he looked down at the town and he shouted with all his might, "Universe, I love you. I care for you. I make you laugh. Everyone loves me. Everyone cares for me. And I will have 10 million pounds." He shouted this, not in anger. He shouted this, calling like a magic spell to the universe, in the hopes that the universe might hear. Tears came down his eyes, but these weren't tears of sadness. These were tears of joy and happiness, because when he shouted this spell out, so much love and so much emotion filled him. Well, that week, when he went back down, and within that week, he was with his friends. They were enjoying themselves. He was making them laugh. He was making them cry with laughter. Everyone was around him. And one person came up to him and tapped him on the shoulder and said, "Excuse me." And this young man turned around. And this person said, "You are so funny. I've been sitting there listening to how you've been making everyone so happy, how you've been making people laugh." And he thanked him. He said, "Thank you so much. I'm glad that I was able to make you happy." And this gentleman said, "I want you to come for an audition for a movie, and I think you will get it." So this boy took the card and he decided to go for the audition, and he went for the audition and he got the part. He got the part, which was Ace Ventura, Pet Detective. And within that year, he got another part because he made so many people laugh, and that was Dumb and Dumber. And then he got The Mask in the same year. Within that year that he had shouted out, the first movie made him 10 million pounds, exactly what he had shouted to the universe. The universe had heard him. He took this 10 million pounds and he went home and he looked at his dad and he said, "Dad, here you go. I love you." And that is the act of kindness. That's the act of joy, spreading joy. That's the act of making people laugh. Anyone can make someone cry through hatred. Anyone can make someone upset by using our bad words. But how about we start using our good words and just saying the magical words of thank you and I love you, and the universe will hear. Have a great day. Bye.